Alright, so let's see how it printed. Quality looks good. So if you're curious, I have a contract with a knife startup knife manufacturer, one-man show currently, and he has 500 designs, and he's got 550 designs, pardon me, just 2D designs, silhouettes, and he intends to do limited edition runs of each, and pretty nice knives. So he has me creating the 3D CAD for them, and then he's going to make them from those. And there's a little bit of secret sauce going on inside the handle to have it lighter weight but still strong, using all the best materials. And that's pretty nice. Oh, I meant to show it to the live camera here. You can see it's got a grooved handle. Makes for a nice comfortable grip. I actually tried something a little experimental on each side. So each side is slightly different. Didn't come out much different, but I think I'll go with that. Ricasso's accidentally filled with the choil, the notch here, so you can sharpen it all the way to the edge. Had a little bit of schmegma in there. I looked up what the word it said. It means something different to me there. So it's actually not that. It's actually just a little bit of plastic. So, but nice job by the Creality K1. You can see we have a secondary bevel up top. That's not sharpened. That won't be sharpened. But it's very thin up top. Down to like 40 thousandths of an inch wide, I think. Or 30 thousandths, I think I might have made it. But, so this is about the, I don't know, fourth or fifth knife that I've made for him so far. And we're just getting into getting them made. Working with a machinist. Just talked to him today, in fact. But pretty nice knife. Interesting how the three-way color filament. So I did one of these before. I did a two-color filament. And it was funny, one side was blue, one side was green. To where it worked out exactly. Now I wonder, depending on how I orient it on the bed, in this direction, I imagine it would change how it distributes color. As you can see, this side is mostly blue with a little bit of green. This side is mostly purple with a little bit of green. So I'm sure if I rotated this differently, I could get different. Just the way that those tricolor print filaments work, it's pretty neat. This is it's really interesting the way the belly of this thing is, the shape. So like I say, he gives me the silhouette designs to go from. Just totally flat. No handle, no bevels, no edge. And they're going to have a very fine edge. It's tricky to see. Here. That was probably unfortunate. I just pulled the edge off there a little bit, but that's fine. But they'll have a very fine sharpened edge, and then this bevel here starts right near the edge. And it takes a significant amount of the weight off. And this upper bevel came out really nice on this one, I think. And these grooved handles are kind of a signature thing. I believe all of them so far have had this type of grooved handle. Makes for a nice strong grip, tell you what. And I look forward to, once he gets these into production, ordering a few for some of my friends. But I'm not sure what they're going to cost. They are going to be limited edition and high quality, and so they won't be cheap, I'm sure. These aren't going into Walmart, that's for sure. That's a nice feature. These are going to be high quality knives, and there's actually two sizes of each. This, I believe, is considered the junior size of this model. This is I believe the E9 Junior. And so the E9 will actually be a bit longer in the blade and a bit less longer in the handle. This handle is right about, I wouldn't want this handle any smaller for myself, but I'm 6 feet tall, so I don't have a small hand. So this is a nice fit for me. It's a little cramped for me, just a little cramped for me, but very usable. And I think I would probably go with the full size handle. Discussions of, how long the handles are. I'll probably mention this to him that I printed this. I just printed this for the fun of it. He did have me print one before, to try out the handles, a different design. And and he's always asking me, should the handle be longer, you think? I'm like, well, that's, I can give you my opinion, but, everybody's hand is different size, so it depends what you want to do with. So that's a lanyard hole, so these would be for pins, and that would be for a lanyard. So to give you a little bit of anatomy of a knife, so it's funny, one of the reasons I was able to land this job is I'm a fiend for, or I used to be a fiend for Forged in Fire, the TV show, it's the reality show where they make knives, like a game show. They start off with 4 guys and they all make a knife, and then one guy gets kicked off, and then 3 guys left, and then the next guy gets kicked off, and then the 2 guys go and each make a sword, and then they cut a whole bunch of stuff with the knives and the swords and stuff as competitions. But so I already knew a lot about how knife manufacturing, how to succeed and fail at knife design and fabrication. And it was funny, he's like, no, I've never seen that show. I'm like, you kidding me? You're making knives, you've never seen that show? But he obviously knows what he's doing. And anyway, yeah, so this is what they call the ricasso, the unsharpened part. And this notch in between, they call that the choil. That allows you to sharpen right up to the edge without having like a dull area or interfering with the I can't think of what they call this ridge here, this groove here at the beginning of the blade, where it transitions to. I mean, that might be all choil, but I know this part is choil anyway. But pretty neat stuff. I really enjoy this project, and actually just started working on the full-size version of this one today, and I had to jump off it for actually, if you saw the thing that I printed, was it yesterday or the day before, the funky scallop shell wavy thing, that's for a different client. And so I talked to the machinist on that today, and it turns out he's using a thicker cutter. I just broke that. I'm glad it's not for him. Turned out the cutter is a little thicker than I was hoping. Larger diameter end mill, I should say, cutter. And though it is tapered like a 20-degree inclusive angle, so it's pretty sharp, but it's like 3 millimeter ball. But so I made some modifications to that, so I jumped off of this. But anyway, maybe you guys don't care about that. Maybe you do. But that's what I'm doing. One last look for the live people. I'm going to hit stop on the live. But anyway, pretty neat stuff. Let me know if you want to see any more of these, because I keep making a bunch of different designs, and I can show more. And the client, I'm not sure exactly what he's calling his company. I need to ask him. Maybe I'll ask him for a link. If anybody's interested in some of these, let me know, and I can get a link from him. Like I say, they're not in production yet. We're getting quotes from some machinists currently, and to do the basic machining, and then he's going to assemble them themselves. And he's got some nice custom pins, really nice pins, like these nice, what do they call them, mosaic pins, like a whole bunch of pins squashed together, so it's like a pattern. The pins will be like patterns. They're really neat looking, and they're really going to be cool. The different materials on, antler handles and hardwood handles, and really going to be nice products. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and look forward to seeing you next time on my stats. Thanks for watching.